I've always really loved the winter season because it gave me space to reconnect with myself. It gave me space to go back to myself, to just stay in and truly explore myself. And this is why I believe that winter is the spiritual season. Because while in summer or spring you might be so outgoing, you might feel this need to go outside and enjoy the summer, or enjoy the spring, enjoy the nature, the greenery and the scenery, and you feel as if you should be active, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, you should venture into this, you should take that opportunity. When winter comes, you feel as if you should just calm down, you should just settle in, should it's time to relax, it's time to just go back to yourself and reconnect. And this is the best season for spiritual awakening. It is the best season for you to remember who you truly are, because now you're outside of that active overachieving mentality, the need you're craving for, to do more, to do this, to do that. In other words, you are outside that hustle mentality that keeps you going, that keeps you striving for more, that keeps you aspiring for more, and now you're just more able to become present. So in the winter, it is the season of presence. It's time to be present when the winter comes. And once you are settling in, once you just, you're having that hot cup of coffee or cup of tea, by your window, and it's cold outside, but you're just choosing to stay in, you find peace in that, you find calmness in that, and all of your achievings, all of your seeking, your pursuits of external things are calmed down. And now it's time for the ego to sleep more, go more and more into sleep, in a sense. And when the ego calms down, when the ego lets go, when the ego relaxes, because you're not any longer striving, you're not any longer, putting yourself out there into a survival zone, you're not feeling threatened, there's no more threats, you're just taking time for yourself to be present. The ego just lets go bit by bit, gradually, towards the external environment. And now you can detach from your ego. Now you're not an attachment to the past or the future. That's not really the point, but now you are detaching from the ego, so you are allowing more space for your truth to surface. You are allowing more space for introspection, for shadow work, and this is when you can heal. Because even in the winter, I said this once before, and it's something like, the winter always never fails to bring up what you were trying so hard to actually bury deep down. And this is both good and bad, because you can choose to actually, feel bad about everything that you were burying, and once they surface, now you are looking at them negatively, you are reminiscing in the past, you are remembering, how bad it was of an experience, or how sad it was an experience, or how much you got heartbroken through that experience. Or you could actually choose to address them and heal them and invite them with ease and love. Introduce them to who you are, to who you truly are, to your higher self. Introduce them to pure consciousness, that everything is neither good nor bad, neither good nor evil, because we are experiencing the opposites simultaneously, which means that we are non-dual by nature, because we are experiencing duality by simultaneously at the same point, at the same time. And when you choose to look at those, when you invite those emotions that surface up during the winter from that to that perspective, when you introduce them to that perspective, it's easier to heal them now. It's easier to let go of them. And now you don't need to bury them any longer, and you unburden yourself. You remove the burden from yourself. All while the ego is just letting you do it, because normally the ego is going to resist through such an experience, through such shadow work, through introspection. The ego will resist, because it's hard for the ego to let things go, to let go of emotions or thoughts that it used to cope with in the past, that it made it feel safer in the past. Because if something bad happened and you translated to that, or you coped with that through negative self-talk, through self-pity, through feeling bad about yourself, through hating whomever caused it, or hating whatever external circumstance that led to it, your ego is coping. Your ego used that to actually survive. It becomes a survival mechanism. So your ego normally will resist, will fight against that. But now that you're out of that overachieving mentality, you're out of that hustling, you're out of that, activeness and outgoing and being affected and influenced by whatever this person is saying and whatever is happening there, and whatever everyone is finding this calm, and everyone is choosing to just stay in, to find that peace innerly, because in turn, it's warm inside, and it's much more peaceful when you are inside in the winter. And once you are able to heal those things that surface up, now you're even opening more and more space for your higher self to awaken, for you to connect, for you to remember who you truly are. And that's why I believe that the winter is actually the spiritual season. It gives more and more space to spiritual awakening, gives more and more space to healing, to letting go, to moving on. And once you do that, now you have more and more energy condensed within you. You cut all of those cords of energy that you were giving away to that past experience, that you were giving away to something you want to happen in the future. And now nothing of all of those external things have control over you, and you have all of your power for yourself. And now once that passes, once you're out of the winter season, now you're much more driven and motivated and, joyful and grateful for life, and you're driven to actually do and create whatever you want, manifest your dreams, manifest your purpose, manifest your reality, and live in your natural state of being. That was the short message for today. Thank you so much for tuning into another video by AF's Conscious Frequency. If you find this helpful or you learned something, don't forget to like and subscribe, because it helps the video find its way to many others who might actually need it.